Alright, I'm doing this video in response to a commenter in my comment section. The young bull with the South Park Avia profile picture. Shout out to Philly. He ain't from Philly, I don't think, but I'm just saying young bull because it sounded cool to say in the moment. So he had asked me something along the lines of why does life seem scripted, and why do people feel like they have to live in the moment, and why do they say that? Well, they say that because they're indoctrinated with it, and it's like the same thing with women that say, "Oh, I'm not ready to settle down at the moment." It's because they've been indoctrinated subconsciously to follow what they see on television and to follow what they see programmed from these reality stars and these celebrities they see all on the television. That's what they try to emulate, and they feel as if these artists are telling them, or these just puppets are telling them that that's the way they should live as well. So when you see women in these movies as well portray women in their 30s as, still living like teenagers, like they moving around and dating like teenagers in their 30s and 40s, when that is not the truth about this reality. Men ain't going for that shit. You feel me? And especially if women have children along the line, that makes it even harder for them. Let the women attest to it. Let the women say it themselves. You know? And a lot of women don't like admitting to that shit, because what you realize about this whole YouTube community, you have a lot of things out here, bro. Like, you got a lot of men expressing a lot of things, a lot of deep things. And men are more upfront about things on YouTube. You can see that. This is a large platform with millions of people, in my opinion, that's on here speaking on shit. I run across reality shows like I seen this reality show about Atlanta. It's called Project Heat or something like that. This shit average almost over 250,000 views per video, and it's new. And I'm thinking, I ain't never heard of this shit. But that just shows how massive this YouTube viewership is. So, knowing all of these different things that I've run across, never have I seen a woman address that shit. Because that's something they don't want to be put out there. You feel me? They don't want that to become their reality. But it is the truth. And that's what I say, like, with the young niggas not coming up, when they got to learn this shit because they got to go through it to experience it, when they could have avoided the thing altogether with old heads like uncles, feel me, older uncles, older cousins, dads, you know what I'm saying, grandfathers, all of them stepping in and saying something. You know what I'm saying? Just like the same with the women. They know of this. So that living in the moment shit is promoted through the media, bro. That's what this American system pushes. Living in the moment. You know what I'm saying? It's not building for the future. They don't want that. They want live in the moment while you're still young. I understand it to a certain extent. Of course I do. But they don't focus it on anything else. America wouldn't be stupid. All of this shit that they push is backwards, bro. It doesn't help. It makes the people dumber, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't make the people smarter and more aware. That shit keeps them distracted. Keeps them dumbed down. Living in a moment means engaging in all type of redundant social activities promoted by the same people that told you to enjoy this stuff. Popping perks, doing Xans. Xanax fuck up your brain, bro. Makes you reliant on the drug. And actually, it's supposed to help anxiety, but what it does is make anxiety worse. Fuck out of here, bro. And they got that on the street. They got these motherfuckers out there popping that shit. Why you think the people are so dumb now, bro? Why do you think people like XXXTentacion and, you know what I'm saying, these weirdos? Why do you think Lil Xans is running around Takashi's, bro? Lil Pumps, Lil Yachty's. Why are these people celebrated? Why do people gather around these people? Why are people not so quick to dismiss them in the culture like niggas would have did anybody else in the 90s? Oh, because things are prevalent, or certain drugs are prevalent in society in America right now. And they've made the people dumber. They slowly react to things. These motherfuckers still probably not sober, you feel me? They still probably doing some type of drug to cope with what they initially thought was cool. Initially. But what I also want to touch on too is this, man, drugs and just the reality of this shit. Now, for a lot of you niggas that ain't moved around or been around real hustlers and big time people like that, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Have y'all seen what's going on in America with these rural white towns, like rural, out of the way, country, farming, small town type shit? You feel me? Do y'all know what's really going on out there? The media isn't reporting on it. The media isn't giving it mainstream attention. They might be reporting on it, but like I said, they'll report on something, but they won't put all of the attention on it to constantly cover it, to make it aware to the people what's really going on. But man, look, it's those small rural towns are filled with white teenagers, and white adults who are extremely addicted to heroin, a lot of overdoses, meth, and crack. And they're getting it from black drug dealers coming from big cities like New York City, Baltimore, you know what I'm saying, Virginia. Hustlers making killings off of that shit. Literally. Pun intended. And dead bodies are dropping, they piling up, and families are broken out there. It's the same as, if not worse, than the crack epidemic. Like places like Maine and Rhode Island and New Hampshire, places fucked up. Rural Boston, I mean not Boston, but Massachusetts. I can't say the fucking look. And that right there, leaving families broken out that way. And then the drug dealers that's selling it to them, they get jammed up. You selling heroin, fed time, 20 years, your life gone. Or if you get charged with one of the murders of selling heroin, then your ass really gone. You could be selling a tenth. Boy, if that motherfucker die from that, overdose from that, if it's a bad batch, murder charge, your ass gone. Fed time, life. And CCA private prisons, you know what I'm saying, work for labor, 5 cents a day, you a slave now. It's a fucking cycle, you feel me? It's a real system. A real fucking system, bro. And they win all the way around. Oh, they win all the way around. The reason that it's not promoted in the media is because they want Caucasians to believe that the government is still in their favor because of their skin color. That's a fact, because in the 80s with the crack epidemic, it was all over the place. Promoted all over the place. Your movies popping up all over the fucking place. You know what I'm saying? What? Lean on Me and all those type of movies and shit. All these crackhead movies. Ain't none about what's going on out here. This shit been going on since like 2013. Really further back than that. But it's really took a uprise because, the music. A lot of white people listen to music. Rap music, actually. And they see Molly's and Percocets being promoted and lean and shit. And they start, they doing them hard drugs. That's really what the fuck is going on out here, bro. And I look, if you from them areas, you fucking know, bro. That shit is not good what's going on out there, man. It's systematic. You got the black community already in disarray. So now they taking out the whole, and these are middle class families, bro. These ain't lower class. They didn't start off lower class, you feel me? They through financial difficulties or, just motherfucker get laid off, and next thing you know, they daughter running around trying heroin with her boyfriend, and real shit. Real fucking shit. And don't get me started on fentanyl. Oh, they dropping dead off that shit. Well, don't take 2 months to die off that shit. Niggas out here, look, bro, it's a real dark underworld out here. I don't know why I started talking about this, but it needs to be speaking about. Because you talked about people living life like a script and just living in the moment. Well, that's a reality of living in the moment as well. That's what's really going on out here. So yeah, I didn't really want to make this video too long because it's reminded me of some dark stories I have of individuals that I knew, you feel me? Of different, just living in that moment shit. And it's some sad shit. It's some real sad shit, bro. Y'all niggas will be surprised, man. You know what I'm saying? The dark tales that niggas be knowing, bro, like that niggas actually went through and shit. That story hurt too much. It's like a reality that life is hell. I'm gonna just tell y'all, bro. Since I'm all the way in, I'm 10 minutes into the video. If y'all still listening, man. Let's say it's a girl, right? Her mother is a crackhead. She never knew her father. And her mother being a crackhead left her ending up going to foster care or being raised by an auntie. Let's say she's being raised by an auntie first. Her missing her mother led to her rebelling because she wants to be with her mother. So as time goes on, she's in middle school, she's acting up. She gets suspended, she's failing, grades and stuff. But underneath it all, this is a sweet girl underneath it all. So gets kicked out of school, middle school, and her mother moves to a different city. So she follows her mother to a foster home or foster parents near the same city in the same state. So she's going to high school, and while going to high school, she runs away to her mother, and she lives with her for some months. And knowing this, she can be arrested at any moment. She's not supposed to be living with her crackhead mother in the projects, you feel me? So while staying there, she knows that she can't stay in her mother's house. She still does it, but her mother is always threatening to kick her out because she can get kicked out of her home, her Section 8 home. At that, let's mention that feminism, destroying the black community, no man on a property, and allowing things like that, your slum lords and shit like that. So this 17-year-old girl starts selling her body to survive. You feel me? And she also has a little brother that's out there too. I can go, man, this shit deep, bro. Like, this shit deep. Nah, I'm gonna stop, bro. This shit is real, man. This shit is for real. You know what I'm saying? No grandma, no grandpa, nobody. You know what I'm saying? And all because she wanted a relationship with her mother, but her mother was never right. And that led to some dark shit that I'm not gonna talk about on here, you feel me? Because it's deadly. It's deadly, you feel me? This life is something serious, boy. I just advise you young niggas like this, man. You know, I happened to run across the girl when she was in high school, you feel me? That's when I met her. And I never really thought nothing of it. She was cool and all, smiling and shit, you feel me? But never thought nothing of it. I thought, she was just one of these other girls out here. And we became cool, you feel me? We became cool. But I noticed a lot, you feel me? Real sweet, real sweet. And the just environment turned her cold. You feel me? I watched it turn her cold, you feel me? A girl that can cook, a girl that got a sense of humor, all of that, bro. You feel me? Real as hell. Straight up. Man, that shit, you know what I'm saying? Turn her all the way out. All the way out. Started doing drugs, you know what I'm saying? Started popping pills. And that's when she started getting exposed. And then shit just went downhill from there. Started hanging with some niggas. She getting into it. A nigga kill a motherfucker over her. He end up getting life. Another nigga, you know what I'm saying, in a separate incident, kill a motherfucker over her. He end up getting life. You feel me? And it's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? It's damn. And it ain't her fault. You feel me? It's just the instances of motherfucker, people cared about it, even though she was what you would call a whore. Motherfuckers still cared about her. You feel me? Cause they knew her story. But it was like just crazy, bro. Crazy. Man, this life ain't, you know what I'm saying? This shit is not a game, bro. This shit is not a game. You know, you never know who, you know what I'm saying, you dealing with sometimes. And it's also a lot of other things I didn't mention in here, you know. But she had a little brother, and her little brother saw the shift too. He saw the shift to the maximum. He was like 5 years younger than her, you feel me? She's 17. He about 12, 11, you feel me? He watched his big sister turn into a real hoe, you feel me? And that shit fucked with him to the point of him being on drugs and shit. Cause the whole community know about it. Wherever you go, they know her name. Oh, yo, you know what I'm saying? Oh, they smash. Oh, he smashed. Real shit. Real fucking shit. Oh, they tossed her. Oh, they ran a train. Oh, you feel me? And him being a youngin', I'm not talking about myself, by the way. I'm talking about what I've seen. You know what I'm saying? Him being a youngin', seeing that shit, his mind became fucked up. His mama a crackhead, you feel me? And his big sister a hoe. He ain't got no dad. Nigga start popping pills, doing hardcore drugs, heroin and shit. I'm talking about a black family, bro. You know what I'm saying? Look, man. It's fucked up out here, bro. And I got other stories too. I got other ones, you feel me? Let's say look, man, look, bro. Let's say a 11-year-old boy, right? His mama got life in jail. His daddy was never around before he was even born. He gets born and he's raised by his grandmother. Now his grandmother older, you feel me? She in her 70s, you feel me? And him, man, he raised by the streets. It's a local gang on the street corner. A infamous gang, you feel me? Infamous, violent, most hated gang. And they right on his corner. He's in the heart of it. Starts hanging with him. By 11 years old, he's shooting motherfuckers. You feel me? Walking up to niggas 24 years old asking them where they from. With guns on them. Got stash houses with guns. Kicking in doors, burning houses down with a crew of other youngins. Killed at 13 over some gangbanging shit. Too Hot. Name Too Hot. That's just a short story. I don't want to go into details because, it's a lot still affected behind that shit, I could tell some more, but I don't want to do it, man. Don't want to do it. So, yeah, man. With that being said, I'm gone. I ain't even going to say that. I'm gone. Peace.